Hey guys, I'm Shawn of WebPianoTeacher.com. How you doing? Today we're going to learn to play a beautiful piano solo. It sounds really great and it's not too hard to play. We're going to learn quite a bit of it actually. Let's take a listen. So it's kind of a repetitive pattern in the left hand, which makes that easier to play. And it's just a nice kind of modern sounding piano solo. I wanted to play it for you before I told you what it was, so you'd listen first. It is, let me take a look here. It is by Eugeny, let me see. I couldn't see. Eugeny Grinko. The title of it is Maryam. It's on the album called Outtakes, and it's on Apple iTunes, it's on YouTube. It's just not very well known, but it's a great piano solo piece, especially if you're an intermediate player just wanting to play something with pedal and sound good. So let's get started on it. If you are a member of WebPianoTeacher.com, you can learn the whole thing, and you can also download my sheet for this. But I am showing you quite a bit of it here on this part 1 on YouTube. But we start with this. Well, not like that. It's kind of a little intro, okay? So at the top there, you see you have middle C, C, G, and I'm playing the first 2 notes with my left hand up high, okay? It's not down here. It's in the middle of the piano. So if you have, you know, a Kawai like I do or something, other brand, the brand is going to be right near where middle C is, and that's where you want to be. C, G. The right hand goes E flat G, like this, da, 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 da. So the E flat G and then the G here on the left hand are fast, da, da, da. So then you play G and B flat. You want to pedal that G here, that lower G on the left hand. So 1, 2, da, 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 pedal. You lift up the pedal and clear it and come back down. Okay, so your foot just pops up on the pedal. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then apologize for my voice. I'm still trying to get it back. It's every day's a little better, and no permanent damage, so that's good. I just have to wait on everything to get back to normal before I try to sing or anything. But I'm doing a lot better. Thanks to everyone for inquiring about that. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. You hold that. That's a fermata. See that little bird's eye thing? The dot with the half circle? That means a fermata. You're just holding it out. You don't necessarily count it. You just hold it till you're ready, and then those are called pickup notes because they lead into the main melody. So it's 5 notes: C, D, E flat, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're in it. So you need to practice your left hand here. And again, I wrote the left hand up high because it's, you know, as in music notation, a lot of times they'll put a treble clef or just actually write the left hand up in the treble clef. And so that's what I'm showing you there. It's very high for left hand. So it's C, G, C. That's an octave and a fifth. And the pattern is low, middle, high, low, high, low. I mean, low, middle, high, middle, high, middle. Da, 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 da. So 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So practice the left hand. Da, 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 da. So you kind of play your left hand pinky, and then you, that's kind of home base. You go away and come back. Bow. So instead of staying rigid and tight and just doing that, be intense. Move. So you're not really you're not moving off the keys, but your mechanism is moving. Your wrist, your forearms coming up and down a little bit. Be free with that movement. Okay, so see that happens for 3 measures. the right hand, you play that G, and then G, C, G, so it's ba, 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 bum. Okay? Dun, dun, dun. Bum, ba, 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 ba. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you're wanting to count that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Okay? G, C, G, and just line everything up together, left, together, right, together, and then left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next measure here, G, C, G, C, G. That C, G is quick. Dun, dun. That C here is all by itself. And you come back together. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. We're counting in 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Okay. Try to pay attention to your balance. Balance is like salt in your favorite soup. You know, you can have too much salt and you can have not enough, right? But there's that just right, you know? And you want the right hand to come out more than the left hand. So don't let your left hand, you get it down and just start pounding it and not realize that it's taking over. The balance, you want left hand to be less and the right hand to be more. So more pressure on the fingertips of your right hand is how you do that. You might even find if you just kind of lean your body to the right or kind of bite down on the right side of your jaw, that helps you to get the feeling of right hand heavy. And that's, easier for right-handed people. But sometimes you have to do the opposite. When you have the left hand heavier, that can be difficult. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Oh, I didn't show you this measure. G, A flat, F, G, E flat. All right, pedaling is not so crucial through all this because both hands are high, and it sounds okay for it to kind of mix. It's when you have your hands, when you have the left hand low, you gotta watch out. Now, on this next measure, you have, before I forget, this is the same rhythm as that one, so it's, so the A flat's all by itself. Da, 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 da. Okay? Now, here the left hand's going to go F, C, F. So it's going from a C to an F. C minor to F minor. Right hand F, G, E flat, F, D. Same rhythmic pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the left hand is going to be on C, G, C again, but not here, here. Flat, F, D, E flat, C. Have we done that? Nope, that's the first time. Okay, so that's kind of the first section. So maybe work on that for a while before you move on to the next one. But let's go from the beginning. 1, 2. I always forget the intro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. F, C. So you have that, or open fifth, very modal sound. A flat, B flat, C. So here you have A flat, E flat, A flat. Now you've been doing octaves in fifth, so it shouldn't feel weird. It is lower, A flat, E flat, A flat, and then B flat. But notice, don't think of 6 things, think of 2 things. One thing, so my hand's in position, And another thing too, you can hold, since we're using pedal anyway, sometimes it helps to hold notes down even though, it doesn't matter because the pedal's down, right? But we think we have to lift up, but you don't. You can hold notes even because the pedal's going to hold them anyway. Why would we do that? Because it helps the feel of it. You feel that chord and you're hanging on to it as a group, okay? And that's something you can do, especially with left hand, is hold on to those notes even though you're not going to, you don't need that musically. It helps to feel it because you have it under your fingers. See, I could do this, but I'd rather do this. It looks smoother, and it helps me know where I am. So here's a place where the left hand could overpower. Listen, that ruins it. So not too much left. Really pressure on the fingertips of that right hand. Because this has more strength than this does. So you have to accommodate, you have to have balance. Just enough seasoning. All right, so E flat, D, C, D, E flat, D. Have we done that? Nope, that's the first time. So 1, 2. So the D's all by itself in the right hand. That D right there. Where do you change your pedal? Because you do need to change it here. Change it on the A flat, change it on the B flat. Don't mix those guys. Don't do this. And then not even know it because you kind of tuned out to what you sound like. Listen and change that pedal. So we have a C here and then an E flat octave. Left hand's going to C's. Now right here. So what is this? It's the same thing we did over here. Just octaves. I'm going to help you with octaves now. A lot of people are afraid of octaves and they get tense with octaves. And that if you get tense, it takes away from what you need to do to play octaves well. So stay loose. One thing that helps is to not only play 1 and 5. If your hand's really small, your reach is small, you have to do 1 and 5 on everything, and that's okay. A lot of great pianists have small hands and they play octaves great. But if you can, use your 4th finger sometimes and your 3rd finger. I'm going to use my 4th finger on the C. I'm going to go E flat, D, and then on the C I'm going to use my 4th finger. D. See how it helps me feel where I am? You watching my hand? Doesn't that look better than... I got to tense my hand up sometimes, or it feels like you need to. Helps you play it smoother. Okay, you don't have to do that. You really don't. Just giving you a little advice there on it. But stay loose. And it's not as fast as you think. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So that's the first part. Now, at 25 seconds, we have this. Let's get up here too. But right here, we'll do it right here. 2 times for those 2 measures, my little shorthand for that. Left hand is what we know. Right hand is C, E flat, G, B flat, A flat, G. Again. And I'll give you another little tip. When you're playing, whatever, if you make your hands look like what the mood you want it to sound, it will look that way. It'll sound that way. It'll feel that way. It really does. I'll show you what I mean. If I just play like this, robotically, it sounds robotic. But if I go, see, even though nothing's happening to the note after that, but it still gives us the feeling, the illusion that what I want. So think circles, motion, waves, like that. See that wave there? So that looks more pleasing than this, than being scared and tentative, because scared and tentative makes you tense, and tense makes you more scared and more tentative, and it kind of is a snowball. Relax. Okay, and then so the rest of this that we're doing in the part 1, we already know, because this measure is exactly the same as that one. And one last tip before we call it a day on this part 1. You should always take little moments in here. It's like when someone's talking and they have a rhythm and they take a breath. If you're giving a speech, the breaths aren't written in the speech. The pauses aren't. But somebody who's a good speech maker will know where to put the pauses, know where to leave us hanging and to continue, and where to have silence and wait. We're waiting for the next. You know what I'm talking about. And so the same thing in music. Those little pauses. You don't have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always be on beat. If I go. Now Now, the guy playing it on the album doesn't do that, but we can feel free to be expressive. You know, to take time here and there. All right. Well, I think that does it for our free part 1 on YouTube. See you guys on webpianoteacher.com. We'll learn the whole thing. Talk to you later.